The construction was really straightforward. What I like about this construction is that we're like utilizing two curves. Like one is the profile, which is this one, and notice if I select it, this becomes the sidewalk becomes like has this changes color, so the wireframe changes to pink. Whenever you see the color, that means that it will be connected to history. So if I go and change things here, they will update on the mesh. So that's a good thing, because then you're not, let's say you wanted to change a couple of things, make this um, a little bit larger, like, you can do anything you want with this right now. So another thing that I like about this construction is that we're using like a profile that is not closed, that is open. So then we are definitely gaining on polygon count, because we're not going to see the underneath, so we're actually creating only the surface of it. Now, if I want to shape this, I would have to go and select the path, go to the control vertex of the path, and start moving it until it hits that building here. I have a couple of points here, so I can turn on. So you can see here, like, I want to just I want actually this to go lower, so I'm gonna go ahead and select the profile and move it down until it goes under these trims. Now, as you can see, this is inside out. The surface is inside out, the way it was constructed. So I'm going to select the polygon surface and go to normals and reverse. So then I can see the correct side. Here I can select the curve again. Go to component mode and move these like back. Usually when if you want to add more points, you can do that by going to the curve. You can add a couple of points, let's say 2 more here. You can go to curves, insert knot, and that will add. Now this poly surface, I think that if we try to tessellate it a little bit more, let's see if it will update. Let's add, so maybe a little bit more, so maybe 14. The rest is just shaping the polygon. I would not go to work on the curve anymore. I would just shape the poly. So I can go to the top view and go to the component mode, vertex. So I would just work on the shape. So if we want more definition here, we'll just use the edge loop tool. So I'll add one here. So for the tiling on the sidewalk, we could work on a specific tile. Let me go again up on the top view. Let's make this a little wider. So for any sort of tiling, I would go and what we could do is we can actually create like a pattern. I'll show you a couple of things. We can create a pattern with like with a shape and then replace all these big tiles with that, or we can actually subdivide these tiles and extrude them. So let me do the second first. So I'll just subdivide these tiles. So the way we do that is we generally want to straighten things up. I'll just like straighten some of them. And I'm going to use my insert edge loop tool so I can create like even spaces between. This is not the most accurate way. I mean, I'm just like eyeballing it right now. So let's say this is the spacing for the tile. And then I'll create like a couple of more edge loops, and then we do have all these squares, and I can go and select the faces. From here to here, I can select this loop. So this is how you select face loops. Select the first one and select the one at the end. It will select all these loops. Now I would like to extract these. I want them as a different material. So I will go and mesh extract. They changed this, so it's under here now. Face extract. Okay, I'm gonna click out so I can deselect it. Go back. Again, this is like a very. I mean, I could be more accurate with my edge loops, but you know, next time, I mean, if you guys start working on it, just you can go and take your time to like subdivide them more equally. Let me just center the pivot point. Now if I want to create some sort of seams in between, I will just extrude the way it is. I can just extrude the whole object, like one extrusion. And the thing is, what I want to do is, wait, let me just, I don't want to lift it. I want to just go ahead and split these. So if I go and start scaling, everything is glued together. So what you want to do as the command is running, you want to go to the channel box and find where it says keep faces together and click 0, and that will split the poly faces while we're extruding. So now I have created a sort of a seam, and now I can extrude one more to pull these faces up. And if I want to do a little bit of a bevel, do another extrusion and just do a slight scale. That seam might be too much, but you know, you can go back. And so now I'm going to select all this thing. You see that I extruded it and it actually is higher. So I'm going to just move it down a little bit. So if I turn off the wireframe on shaded, you can see that I have created a sidewalk with tile. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and create my own pattern and then put it in there. So this is the sidewalk.